How I own an airplane for free, and by free, I mean that the net expense is $0.
Clear.
So in business, when making decisions, I often want to find the least expensive but most effective way to fulfill my needs. In the case of the airplane, a simple business decision ended up with me owning my own airplane with no impact to my monthly cash flow or my net worth, which means that this airplane is absolutely free. It all started when I was looking for a home. Late last year in 2021, I was looking for a home in the $1 to $1.5 million range. I had set aside $250,000 in cash for the down payment, but then rates skyrocketed and the discounted cash flow models I use to value real estate showed that real estate was no longer a good investment for me. The main reason I wanted a home in the first place was to get a 3-car garage and a driveway so I could have more toys and have more space to work on them. When interest rates skyrocketed and housing became overvalued, the problem for me was that I still had this need for extra garage space. I started looking at storage units and commercial real estate property, and I found that things were getting pretty expensive. That is, until I stumbled upon airplane hangars. Airplane hangars offer some of the cheapest real estate space in Orange County, and I was able to find a 1,000 square foot hangar with massively high ceilings for only $600 per month. Now that $600 per month includes power and water and allows me to have space to legally work on my car projects. This is a huge deal to me because the rental properties I've been buying are in condo communities and they do not like you working on your cars. Now there is an enormous problem with renting out a hangar. You need an airplane in order to qualify for the hangar. And the interesting thing here is that the total cost of maintaining a small single-engine airplane and then renting out the hangar works out to be right around the same cost of renting a commercial space of the same size to work on my cars. So this essentially makes operating the airplane free because it has no impact on my monthly cash flow. I was able to get the space I need for my tools and my cars while simultaneously owning and operating an airplane for the same monthly expense as just renting shop space. Now, what about purchasing the airplane? Well, airplanes are not nearly as expensive as you might think, and there are numerous financial benefits to owning one. I will save those for another video, but general aviation has not kept pace with inflation. Let me give you an example of the plane I bought. My 1967 Cherokee originally cost $9,999, and adjusted for inflation, that is about $90,000 today. The thing is, you can buy a decent used Cherokee for about 40 grand, or a more upgraded one like mine for about 60 grand. But you have to come up with the money. So how did I come up with the money? Well, if you remember that video I posted back in April about rising rates and what it meant for my portfolio between stocks, bonds, and real estate, instead of buying a house then, I used my down payment cash to short US Treasuries with the ETF TBT. The ETF is up over 100% this year, and if you understand basic finance, this is an incredibly obvious trade right now. The best part here is, because of this hangar, I no longer have the need to buy a house, and I can use that $250,000 toward other investments. I do not plan to buy more real estate right now. I think that window has passed. I'm putting my money in other places, but in the future, I also plan to sell my plane for more than I bought it. I think I got a good deal on it, and just like I do with cars, I'm going to flip the plane. Now, when I'm done training in this plane, I'm probably going to move on to something more exciting. I'm looking at Mooney's, Cirrus, also Diamond DA-40s. There's lots of really cool planes out there that I can buy. I just want to be able to travel to places faster, and the plane that I bought isn't very fast. It's only about twice as fast as driving. So that is it. An obvious bond trade and a creative use of my airplane hangar allows me to own an airplane completely for free. And I haven't even touched on the tax and travel benefits of the airplane. This is truly next level stuff. I am very excited to share it with you because in the US, airplane ownership is pretty subsidized. There's a lot of really neat things I can do with it. And that's why a lot of really wealthy people have their own airplane. Now, that is all I have for you. Thank you for watching, and make sure that you enjoy your car.